Right, what's in the news this week, Ari?
Oh, that's me. Hold on. Right, so we're gonna start with a little sad news today. Unfortunately, tragedy struck the Shah family as news broke that on Wednesday morning, 15-year-old Raheem Shah was shot dead by his father, who mistook him for an intruder. Reports said that at about 3 a.m. Raheem's mother alerted his dad that there was someone at the door and the person opened the grill. The father got his licensed firearm and fired three shots that killed the person at his door, who moments later he recognized that it was his son. Family members and neighbors were all devastated as they watched police personnel comb through the crime scene. From all indications, everyone's astonishment that Raheem was out late was justified. He was a fifth form A student at Women's Boys School in Kingston.
Condolences. My heart really goes out to everybody at Woolmer's right now. I know the whole Woolmer's boys family is hurting right now.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine how much his family and themselves are hurting about this. This is just very sad to hear and read about. Knowing how young he is, and I'm sure that the father will probably need a lot of counseling, a lot of trauma and grief, counseling. People will see this and say, well, I've never fired a warning shot, but the fact of the matter is, in a lot of these cases, people are shooting to kill. When it's that they feel that somebody is intruding their house. So even though that is the right thing to do, people can't just say, oh, this is what me would have done. Like, until you reach in that situation, then you never know what you're going to do. So my heart goes out to the father and this young man's family. Very, very sad story.
Yeah, I mean, it really is just like a freak accident or a freak tragedy.
Freak occurrence.
It's a freak occurrence because, one, from all indications, they weren't as expecting that Raheem would have been out. That's every time I read, the more the story develops, that's what the family said, that they weren't really anticipating or expecting him to be out at that time. I read that Raheem was in a group chat. His friends spoke to the media and they're saying that they were in a group chat talking about the Argentina and Jamaican match, football match that they had. When was it? Tuesday?
Yeah,
I think it
was Tuesday.
Yeah, so it's Tuesday night. So Wednesday, it went into Wednesday morning. So again, it's a school day. They weren't expecting him to be out at that time. So it's just unfortunate, and I don't think people really need to, no blames need to be cast on anyone. Just how parents are, because as soon as my mother saw the story, she immediately said to me, she's like, my name and I'm gonna tell you what I'm called at home, but she's like, you see, this is why you need to communicate. You could have text, call, because you never know what's going to happen. So just to shout and say, oh mom, I'm gone from the road or something, but me I say at 3 o'clock, you sneak out, you do your thing, you really don't want your parents to know, but man, you try to figure out what could have been done to prevent this tragedy, and you can't really think about what could have been done. But
the irony in this is that his actions was probably done in his mind to protect
the family,
his son,
right?
Who he thought was there, and you never knows him gone out. So I one of them thing.
I was like, why we always shoot to kill? Why never shoot to maim or injure? Why is it like you shoot to kill all the time? Because if you just fired one shot, I try for catch the foot or something.
I mean, when you train or somebody like them go range for shoot, it's usually them going for critical shots.
Yeah.
Headshot, chest shot. So
wow.
Could be in the training, it could be in the mindset. Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. It really is.
Rare.
And we're gonna move into more sad news. Kingston Technical student was murdered at her school today. So a female student at Kingston Technical High was stabbed by another female student during an altercation at the school. An investigation is currently underway into the fatal stabbing. Superintendent Beresford Williams, who is in charge of the Kingston Central Police Division, confirmed that the incident happened today. A source close to the incident told the Star that it was a tearful day at the school. So I think while we were on our way, we had some interviews to do today. The story just came up, and it was just all over my timeline that a student stab, and I'm just like, God, really? They were fighting at the school, and I guess that's what happened.
What was the school earlier in the year when something like this happened between two young men?
I don't recall. I think it's no. I don't recall. I really don't.
But this was a story at another school, another high school, between two young men.
To be honest, it's as if when school start back, meaning when children start to go back in school in person. So that was like from about last year. We've been seeing fights between
countless numbers of fights.
Between students, and it's just. God, like, you guys are getting back into school. Like, why not always a fight? Like, when enough we interact with one another so much, for carry over grudge into if we are coming at the school year. Like, it's crazy. It really is crazy to think about. But condolences to that girl's family. They've not released the name of the student, and I guess for obvious reasons. But condolences to the family, and I just hope that they probably can get down to the bottom of this. I don't know what will happen to the young girl who they said who reports are that do the stabbing. So we don't know what's gonna happen there.
One can only hope that proper conflict resolutions will be introduced in schools if they aren't already.
Remember the big bird, peace and love in schools.
I remember.
The blue, blue.
If it's that that the bird wasn't working, we need to find other ways in which to communicate this message. Like, is the bird still a thing? Like you have asked these questions.
I haven't seen that bird in ages. I'm not gonna lie, fam. I haven't seen that bird in ages.
Because these things are happening too frequent now.
Yeah. Okay, so final story. Mavado versus the state on Wednesday. You see, I'm cold. On Wednesday, dancehall star.
That wasn't your reaction to the story?
No, okay. It's like I was so cold, like I nearly bite my tongue. On Wednesday, dancehall star Mavado on Instagram released a lengthy statement to the public in regards to his status as a fugitive in Jamaica and his criminal case against former attorney Jennifer Messado, who is said to have stolen $30 million from the DJ. In part, he said, "Let's talk about this so-called warrant we have heard about all of a sudden after 4 years. It seems as if some officers assigned to the Constant Spring police station, Jennifer Messado and her people, are conspiring against me. The same police that locked my son up 4 years ago are the same police that suddenly came up with this warrant 4 years later." He went on to say, "When I left Jamaica, I left things in my lawyer's hands. My lawyers, both overseas and in Jamaica, were in regular communication with the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and there was never any mention of any outstanding warrants. Nothing like that was said to my lawyers over a 4-year period. I wasn't wanted for anything or for any reason in Jamaica." He went on to say that at the court date prior to the most recent one, her attorney, Christopher Townsend, all of a sudden came to court and mentioned that I am a wanted man in Jamaica and that the reason I'm not showing up for court is because I'm running away from prosecution. He said that's in an effort to prevent me from giving my statement via satellite for my $30 million his client stole from me, because by law, if I am wanted, I will not be able to do so. So it really is a lengthy post. It's like 4 or 5 pages, full length pages long. So if you want to read his full statement to the public on this issue, you can go to Mavado's Instagram page. But I'm assuming that you've read. Did you read?
I'm playing the X-Files theme right now. If you're not hearing.
For Radioland.
All I go for him to connect the Messado case to the Warrant. Wow. It's smart. It's very smart. I make you really have to wonder, are the two connected? And the fact that he put this statement out there, he has cast that doubt in the court of public opinion. I never would have connected the two, but somehow he has. And somehow to him and his team, there's a connection. So from here on out, it's just about seeing if all of these statements are true, and if corruption really are going on, so justice can be had.
Well, the full statement, that because he was saying that even Christopher Townsend allegedly was trying to settle the matter out of court. So they were trying to come up with some payment. So you're saying that his lawyer said it. Jennifer lawyer say, oh, he's a wanted man. But then it's been out there for a long time.
It's been out there. So even parts of the statement they say like this wasn't out there. It was out there
for a long time.
Like people did know about this.
Yeah, like
in the know.
There is a warrant out for it. So it's not just her lawyer.
No.
Not just Jennifer lawyer. Yeah.
I've seen these reports out there. So as to the
but
reason
he's saying that it's her lawyer, like I guess reporting those rumors that's been out there, and I guess trying to bring it into the court to kind of give it some credibility and validity. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but this Messado lady is a very interesting character.
Very interesting
character, this woman.
But you know, I mean, as you said, like to link the criminal case and this legal battle that he's having with her, it's two different things. But from all accounts, and Mavado said that he has proof that she did steal the money. You know, like it really should be about trying to get restitution for the $30 million. But you know, for why he's unable to come, because if he's not a wanted man, my question is, if Mavado isn't a wanted man, why not just come to court?
And he's thinking that if him come out, it's like
he's saying proving that he is.
He's saying that they're telling him to come out here, and he's thinking that it's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. So at least that's what I got from the statement.
But the thing is, if you are not a wanted man, come out here and try and fight your battles for your money. You want your money at $30 million.
Seems like his strategy and the strategy of the people advising him is fight it from out here
and a chicken
until
feed.
It's that you are fully cleared. Do not go to Jamaica.
For your criminal battle with the warrant, and like you say, you want it for in question.
Yeah. At least it seems like that is the strategy.
But you can't fight that are two Jaja. You know what, my brother? God go with you.
God go with you, sir.
Me not try to figure it out.